Hi, this is the daily Forex report for September 19th. We are going to take a look at the US Japanese yen pair first. This pair closed up on Friday, did tag the high, ran into resistance there and pulled back. We are looking for this pair to start moving sideways with the bias to the sideways. Look for it to potentially move high and hit resistance at 86.00, possibly moving down and hitting support at 85.25. Okay, let's take a look at the EURUSD pair. This pair moved higher, caused a new high, but did pull back and close lower on Friday. We are looking for this pair. It did gap. It has filled that gap already. We are looking for this pair to be moving sideways from here. Look for it to potentially go as high as 132.36, possibly as low as 130.94. We are looking for some resistance around 131.50 and looking for some support around 130.15. Okay, now looking at the pound US dollar pair. This pair gapped up at the open as well. We look for it to retrace to the previous Friday's close prior to this coming Friday's close. We are looking for it to move sideways. Look for it to possibly move as high as 158.10, possibly as low as 155.03. Look for some resistance around 157.25 and look for some support around 155.95. Okay, now the US Swiss. This particular pair closed lower on Friday. Overall moving sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 102.42. Possibly as low as 0.9973. Look for some resistance around 10181 and look for some support around 10050. Okay, now as far as news announcements, we don't have any significant news announcements being released for tomorrow's session. Now what I want to show you today is a setup that I look for, and it does work pretty well. We are looking for basically a pivot reversal, but a failure of a pivot reversal. Pivot reversal, if you look at this bar, we have a low that has a lower low than the bar before it and the bar after it. So this would be considered a one qualifying bar because there's one bar on each side. These are great places for breakouts to occur. And this one actually has 2, 3, and 4 qualifying bars before it's actually broken. Now the setup is to look for one that is broken to the downside or the upside, doesn't matter which, and closes the opposite. So this pair, or this bar rather, broke the low of the pivot reversal low, and then it pulled back and closed up. Now this one only closed about 2 pips up, but nonetheless it did close higher. So what you want to look for is ones that don't basically close in the opposite direction. So we have a pivot reversal low here. It tags it, goes below it. Most of the time you see a breakout to the downside from there, but on occasion it pulls back and closes higher. This is a great opportunity to look for it to swing on around. Now what you want to do is put your stop loss right here, right below the low, and you want to enter at the open of the next session looking for it to go up. Now you do want to double whatever your stop loss is. You want to look to get double that. So our stop loss on this one would be about 50 pips. So we'd want to look to grab 100 pips. It doesn't happen in the first bar. It does happen right here in the second bar. So you can look for this setup. Basically you just need to look for pivot reversals that have failed to break out and have closed in the opposite direction of the breakout. So you have a pivot low, you're looking to go short, it closes higher, you know you have a good setup, you put your stop loss right underneath the low, and you look to go long at the open and look to exit, basically using a risk to reward of 2 to 1. Alright, well that about wraps it up for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.